The song is called Just Like You, and it's a true story of three different people explaining to me what they thought within the space of about a month or so. So again, true story. And it's also the B-side of a current single that hopefully will be pressed soon when I have the money. She says, I need to find someone just like you, so sweet, such care in your eyes, someone who listens just like you do and would never stoop to lies. It's such a well-worn refrain I hope to never hear again. A sickly song in my head, it comes around again and again. And again she'll say, I need to find someone just like you, so sweet, such care in your eyes, someone who listens just like you do and would never stoop to lies. I'm being thrown back through time, another girl, a different scene, the same line, and like a cat being fed, it comes around again and again and again. Well, every year in 10 it seems that everything might change, but still I have this same old heart that still feels disengaged. Are you just another end to come? Where should I begin before I'm done to start? It's such a well-worn refrain I hope to never hear again. A sickly song in my head, it comes around again and again and again. She says, I need to find someone just like you, so sweet, such care in your eyes, someone who listens just like you do and would never stoop to lies.
Let's talk a little bit about. It's one of these things you really can't quite quantify, the songwriting process. You are a songwriter. I know you spend a lot of time performing covers and working the circuit and such, but you have produced how many albums by now have you put out?
Well, let's see. I put out two that will probably never ever see the light of day. There's cassette releases of my first forays into that kind of stuff, way back in the 80s. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. And then one that's unfinished, officially, that I've done. So, you know, it's, I think the songwriting process for me was, a lot of it was assuaging my own inner turmoil, like probably like a lot of songwriters, I would assume. But, you know, it's just one of those things that you do, and I guess, you know, and again, I kind of fell into it totally by accident. You know, I did about a songwriting, then I stopped for a while, actually doing more production work, sound engineering stuff. Then I heard Jeff Buckley, which, you know, was a big fan of his father, Tim Buckley, and it re-inspired me to start writing again. As a matter of fact, the first song that I wrote again, like after hearing Tim Buckley, was Other Pages. It was the very first, you know, the song is basically about, you know, what do I write about? I have no idea what to write about. I was that, you know, I had no idea. So that's what I wrote about. I was just not knowing what to write about. So it made perfect sense. And yeah, then I went kind of just have been going since then, you know. But I tend to do that. I'll go and I'll write a bunch of stuff in like a month, and then I won't write for 2 years. I'm not like someone like Neil Young who pretty much goes to the bathroom and writes a song kind of guy, you know, where he's got this huge archive of stuff that now, as you can see, he, like as he's releasing now, he's got, you know, he's releasing every bump, fart, you know, yawn, burp, and belch that he's got.
I take it you're a bigger fan of his earlier material.
I like Neil Young, I really do. I think that you know, I think there's an embarrassment of riches, and sometimes it's just embarrassing. You know, then again, I mean, I'm sure Neil Young would agree with me because he's got so much stuff. I mean, not everything can be gold.
True.
True. You know, and I'm certainly all for the whole, you know, the DIY thing and the whole deconstruction of the process. I really like to look at that, and like the archive stuff he's putting out now is a lot of that. You see, you know, like you're hearing demos of stuff that isn't quite formulated and formed yet, and it's kind of interesting to, you know, like the Beatles anthology, that whole thing.
Well, yeah, it lets you see their process.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's, you know, if for no other reason to make you feel better about yourself in the songwriting process, because you go through trying to write a song, you're freaking out, you don't know what to write about. You go through permutations of lyrics and sounds and bridges and other bridge sex.
Or you just get to hear them sing out of key and go, oh, I'm not the only one who did the take twice.
If you looked at, and I've got the entire thing, the entire from demo number 1 to the final finished product of Strawberry Fields Forever. He worked forever on that song.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the demo process alone took him almost 2 months of constant demoing. In the first demo, you would never, there's like a little inkling of what the melody, it's like amazing how much work he did on that song to get it where it was. So no wonder why it's so amazing. Yeah. And it's the same thing with something like Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Evidently, that song took upwards of a year to write. Now, that's craft songwriting.
Right.
You know, whereas Neil Young is more of like, I'm going to go to the bathroom and write a song now. So there's the yin and the yang of songwriting, right? So, you know, it can come either way. And I certainly don't want to, I'm not like one or the other. I like to, whatever the song needs. You know, if a song doesn't really need a really crafty bridge, I'm not going to put one in.
Well, sure.
You know, or if the song needs, you know, if the song needs some craft, I'll work on it, you know, and, you know, I'll hammer it away. But, so, you know, it's really what the song needs. And it's genres, especially genre. I'm not genre specific. At least I don't think I am.